Yeah, hey, this shit easy, nigga. Hey, all I'm talking about, nigga, I'm still out here trying to get it.
Contender Regime Boxing, checking back in with y'all, man. What's good? What's happening? Hope y'all doing well. So, you know, I was checking out the Gervonta Tank Davis and Issac Cruz fight, you know, last night, man. It was a very competitive fight. It was fun to watch. It was a good chess match. It was a nice clash of styles. Of course, we know that Gervonta Tank Davis, he is, in my opinion, one of the most complete fighters in the sport of boxing. One of the most overall skilled fighters. And we've seen him fight, you know, come forward, inside, brawling type fights. And you've seen, just like last night, you've seen the boxing ability on display. And he showed you in different fights up until this point, different things in each of those fights. You know, that kind of gives you an idea of what he's able to do when he puts it all together. Issac Cruz is primarily, just like his nickname, Pitbull. Made me a fan last night, man. I love his tenacity. I love his intensity. I love his aggressiveness. And I love the fact that he was just game, you know, just like a pit bull. You know what I'm saying? He was game. And he went in there, came forward, put the pressure on, throwing big, ferocious shots with bad intentions, speed and power. He made the fight very exciting. You know, so the clash of styles in this particular fight, as I just explained with Gervonta Tank Davis being a complete fighter that can make adjustments and that can do different things, he chose to box last night. And man, I find it kind of funny how these fans, you know, they're screaming robbery. You know what I'm saying? I was scoring the fight with a couple of my homies. I was watching the fight with my partner, and then I got a group chat where me and a couple other homies, we were scoring the fight. We both scored the fight 8-4, 7-5 at the worst for Tank Davis. But I personally had it 8-4, though Cruz did some good work as far as the pressure. He put Tank Davis in the corner or on the ropes quite a few times. I felt like Tank Davis was actually setting him up and willingly going to the corner into the rope so he can try to run him into one of those left uppercuts. And he just really couldn't land the left uppercut as flush as he normally does. Cruz had really tight defense, had a really tight high guard, but Tank was able to get it to the body sometimes. He actually ended up hurting his left hand, which is why you seen him started throwing the right uppercut more than we normally see, even though that is a punch that he's capable of throwing accurately and with power. He normally just uses the left uppercut. You know, but I thought the right hook for Tank Davis was phenomenal. He didn't use the jab as much as I felt like he should have, which could have made the fight a lot easier. But I loved his foot movement. His head movement was crazy. He was able to stay within the pocket and make Cruz miss by like just inches. You know what I'm saying? Like big shots. Cruz did land some good body shots. That's one thing that I did love from Cruz. Outside everything else that I mentioned was his body work and his dedication to the body. I love that. I love when fighters are dedicated to the body and they stick to that shit throughout 12 rounds or however long the fight lasts. And I thought that that was something that really kept him competitive in the fight, going to the body, because though, you know, he has power, he has speed, and with him coming forward with smart aggression and being so relentless, that's something that you have to account for as the opposing fighter. And I thought Tank Davis did take a couple of those, and he took them well. I never seen Tank Davis hurt or anything like that. You know, but then I also thought that Tank did a good job of making adjustments at times and, you know, switching the direction that he was kind of turning from. You know, he would turn Cruz at times, and then he'll change directions, just to kind of keep Cruz off balance. He'll escape from the left, or he'll escape from a left hook to the right, or he'll escape an overhand right to the left. You know what I'm saying? He was just giving Cruz different looks, and I thought that kind of kept Cruz off balance. Man, and this was just another display of Tank Davis's arsenal, and just his overall boxing skills, the defense, the head movement. Yeah, he did take some decent shots, but again, Cruz is a very gifted offensive fighter. I told y'all that from the get-go. This dude is all offense, no defense. And in this fight, he actually did have some really good defense. You can tell they focused a lot, just like how Jojo Diaz was. His defense was really tight. But on top of that, Tank was landing a lot of clean, crisp shots. Tank clearly landed the cleaner, most effective work. He did the overall better boxing. I don't even know why there's any type of controversy over who was the better boxer or who had the better performance. You know what I'm saying? And we'll talk about that in a second. But another great asset that Cruz has is his fucking chin. This dude, I mean, it looked like he got muscles in his head and in his neck. You know what I'm saying? He got muscles in his face. That motherfucker got a chin on him. I tell you, he got a chin on him. I mean, he was taking shots, grazing shots over the top of the head, shit that normally put motherfuckers down. Tank hit you with one of those equilibrium shots on the temple, or like grazing the top of your head. That shit be putting motherfuckers down. Tank hit him with some good body shots, some good straight lefts to the forehead. The only thing that Tank really wasn't able to land was the left uppercut. Everything else he landed. He landed the overhand left. He landed the right hook plenty times. I mean, a few of those knocked Cruz off balance. I mean, but this motherfucker was just tough. He would not go down. But overall, man, it was a good fight. It was more competitive than what I thought it was going to be, and more competitive than what like 97% of people thought it was going to be. And for that fact alone, people are screaming robbery. See, this is the thing. This is how you know these people, even though they might hate, they might detract, and they might just throw salt on a guy and try to just bring down his character, his legacy, his accomplishments out of hatred. But also you could tell that those same people hold a guy to a high esteem. Because the fact that you think it's a robbery because Cruz didn't get knocked out and he was in some form or fashion competitive, you think it's a robbery. You expected Tank to just blow this dude out the water so bad that because he did not KO him, you screaming robbery. That is ridiculous. And that tells you right there, let me tell you what that tell you. That tell you that it's a lot of casual fans with boxing. And being a casual fan is okay. Don't get me wrong. Being a casual fan is okay. But know your place. You can be a casual fan, but you can't really just come into spaces like this and talk boxing. You can't. I'm not saying that casuals can't watch my channel. I welcome you. I appreciate your support and your love. Thank you. I appreciate it. Casuals are welcome here. But when it comes to certain conversations, just shut your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Just be quiet. You know what I mean? If you don't know how to score boxing, if you don't know nothing about footwork and distance control and a jab and, punch placement, accuracy, effective aggression, effective punches, if you don't know nothing about ring generalship, if you don't know nothing about those things, just be quiet. Because look, I'm a casual fan of the UFC, but I don't like the ground game. I like when motherfuckers stand up and fight. You know what I'm saying? But that ground game shit I know it's intricate, and I know that shit means something to hardcore UFC fans. I'm a casual UFC fan. I don't watch all they shit. I just watch the motherfuckers that I like. And when they be on the ground wrestling and tussling all hugged up, I don't like that shit. I be like, man, get your ass up. But they score points like that. Takedowns, and they score points. But I don't go over there talking no shit because I'm a casual. I just shut my mouth. So if you don't really understand the ins and outs and the small nuances and just the intricacies of the game, of the sweet science, man, you can't really have no say on this shit. You dig what I'm saying? How you calling robbery? Like, you got, how did Cruz get robbed? I mean, yeah, he was aggressive, but that's only gonna get you so far. You know what I'm saying? Tank was clearly the better boxer. Tank controlled the pace of the fight. You know what I'm saying? When Tank wanted to come forward and be aggressive and walk Cruz down, he did that. When Tank wanted to box from the outside and set up traps and shots for Cruz, he did that. There were some rounds where Cruz, you know, his aggressiveness was effective. In those rounds, I scored for Cruz. Like I said, I had it 8-4. I don't think he won no more than 5 rounds. That 5 is the most I can give him, and that's been kind of generous. It was a competitive fight. But ain't no way you can say it's a robbery, bruh. Number one, even if the fight was closer than what I think, a close fight, you can't call a close fight a robbery. You can't. You know what I'm saying? You can say, well, hey, it should have been a draw, but this not one of those fights where you can say it should have been a draw. I mean, if you know what you're looking at, ain't no way you could have said that this shit should have been a draw. You know what I'm saying? So this shit just funny to me. You know, this shit funny, man. But, you know, I expect this. You know, I expect this when you see, you know, when guys like Tank, you know, Devin Haney, you know, Earl the True Spence Jr., Terrence Crawford. You know what I'm saying? I expect this type of shit. Jamel Charlo, you know, any of these guys, man, I expect this type of behavior. Floyd Mayweather, they did the same thing with him. I expect this type of behavior, you know, when you got one of these type of guys involved, you know. But it is what it is, man. But you just got to know what you're talking about if you're going to get on here, you know, talking about, you know, who won the fight and robbery and all this shit. I'll tell you what a robbery was. Sweet Pea versus Chavez. That was a robbery. You know what I'm saying? If you want to know what a robbery is, that was a robbery. Guy clearly got outboxed. You know what I'm saying? Chavez couldn't land nothing significant on Sweet Pea in that fight. He got outboxed, outskilled, outmaneuvered, outsmarted. That's a robbery. You know what I'm saying? But this wasn't no robbery, man. Y'all need to do a little bit more, you know what I'm saying, research, man, and, you know, sharpen up on your eye, man. Sharpen up on your boxing eye so you can really know what you're watching and you can appreciate and enjoy skillful fighters, man, when they give you different looks. Tank Davis, he knocked everybody out. Then, you know, the time that he go out there, he boxed a guy that's tough, who got a chin, who ain't fazed by his power, and he show you he can win a different way, but you say he robs. You say it's a robbery. You say he lost. Damn, you know, motherfuckers so hungry for knockouts, and, you know, number one, they already got hate in their blood. You feel me? But, you know, Tank Davis going to fight already down 5 rounds according to some of these motherfuckers. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments, man. How did y'all see Gervonta Tank Davis versus Issac Cruz going? You know, how did you score it? You know, and I'm look, you know, everybody can have their own opinion on this, but I mean, some shit is just like, come on now, some shit you just gotta, you know, I know everybody score fights differently and shit like that, but come on now, some shit is just obvious. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments, man. Contender regime, boxing, I'll holler at y'all boys, man.